This is my GLOG, or gaming log, about Titanfall 2 story. It's not too often where FPS has a great enough story that I fall in love with it. Titanfall 2 is one of the exceptions. In this video, I'm going to recap some of the story and how it made me fall in love with it. So beware, there are major spoilers in this video. The real story of Titanfall 2 is the relationship between the pilot Jack Cooper and his Titan BT. You see, knowing that this was what the game was about, I already had some preconceived notions on how the campaign was going to end. Really, it came down to one of four scenarios. The first possibility was that BT and Cooper would go down together in a blaze of glory, which I figured would probably be the better ending. Basically, they would both go down or they both sacrifice each other together. The second scenario is that neither of them would die and that they would continue on playing the game and live on together as a team. The third possibility or scenario would be that Cooper himself, for some weird reason, sacrificed himself for BT. And the fourth scenario, which I thought was most likely, would be that BT would die sacrificing himself for Cooper. This was the ending I expected. So, basically, the scenarios are they would both die, or they would both live, or one would sacrifice himself for the other. With these ideas in my mind, I didn't have high expectations from the ending. One of my predictions did come true, and despite this, I felt like I was still slapped in the face, blindsided. The ending actually sent tingles up my spine, and I'm going to be talking about how the campaign set it up for that. So the developers did a great job. I can't say that enough. I'm going to walk you through the steps of the campaign that set up the slap in the face and the execution. In the beginning of the campaign, BT is in need, so you have to help him get going. You immediately start off this campaign and this relationship by helping this giant all-powerful mech. This alone helps create a relationship or a dynamic between the pilot and Titan.
Power at 2/3. Data core reinitialized. Ocular system online. Adjusting focus. Are you alright, pilot?
Throughout the campaign, the Titan makes numerous announcements about the combat rating and how it's improving. This shows they're working together better.
Well done. This victory has raised our combat efficiency rating.
So these announcements about their combat rating improving really shows the teamwork is improving between the two, helping develop that relationship. Another thing, at numerous points, the player, as Cooper, has a choice in dialogue options with BT that will usually result in humor. This makes it easy for the player to fall in love with BT. So this whole time, the developers have not just been showing the relationship between the two, but have also been drawing in the player. I personally was invested.
Pilot, this Titan weapon is an advanced design and may give us a tactical advantage.
I think somebody's in love.
A human's concept of love requires admiration, attraction, devotion, and respect. Conclusion. I am 50% in love. Pilot, I am tracking your location. Recommend you seek an exit.
Tracking me. It's kinda creepy, BT.
I have no wish to incite fear. That is reserved for our enemies.
I feel like we've been walking for days.
Do you require rest?
Yes.
Your vitals appear to be stable. We must uphold the mission. Pilot, exercise caution.
We can say that again.
Pilot, exercise caution. Pilot, our paths will intersect just up ahead.
Missing me already?
I was not shooting at you. That would be in violation of Protocol 3.
Never mind.
Wind, 3 knots, heading 274. Range, 95 meters. Projectile mass, 89 kilograms. Trust me.
I think I'm going to need some new underpants.
Copy that. Noted for the next supply drop.
Problems are not my concern. Once you have delivered the Ark,
And throughout the campaign, on more than one occasion, both Titan and the pilot need each other to survive. And this is shown so many times. This entire time of playing the campaign, I'm on my guard.
Recognized.
I'm still waiting for one of those 4 scenarios. Then something happens. This scene.
Listen, hero.
So I'm not going to talk for a few moments as this scene plays out. Do beware,
Tell your
there are
Titan to open
spoilers.
up.
About what? His feelings?
Still trying to be a hero, eh? I have a lot of dosh riding on this contract, my friend. So tell your Titan, if he doesn't open up, I will shoot you in the head.
Pilot in jeopardy. Ocular systems. Marginal. Cannot visually acquire pilot.
Stand him up. You see him now? Right here, right here. Yeah? You see him now?
Functions. Compromised by severe crash damage.
I don't care how broken you are. I know deep down, some things still work in there. Now open up, or I'm going to shoot your pilot in the head. You still remember numbers, don't you? I'm going to count to 3.
So here's a powerful moment where they're both, pilot and Titan, have to trust each other and rely on each other to survive this scenario.
That's the problem with teams. If you don't win together, you die together.
In this moment here, this didn't completely surprise me. The brutality of it does. BT is brutally murdered. I was waiting for this.
Get the Ark out of here!
After all, it's one of the 4 scenarios, right? BT then offers the last part of himself to help Cooper survive. Again, was kind of expecting this. Titan offering himself, sacrificing himself so the pilot can live. This was one of the 4 scenarios. Not too much longer in the campaign, you use the last of BT to install his primary AI chip into another Titan, and suddenly he's back. Okay. So the scenario where BT sacrificed himself came true. Now, both are alive and working together. That means another scenario has come true. 2 of the 4 possibilities have so far manifested themselves in the game.
Same data core. BT-7274, good. Arc in the center of the full weapon.
So, this is at the end of the game.
We can blow it up.
The campaign has been set. The relationship between Cooper and BT have grown. We've seen the relationship between the 2 develop, We as the player, I as a player, was invested, and the developers even set up moments where you thought the game was going to end one way, but then it doesn't. Then you come to this point in the campaign. While inside BT, you launch yourselves toward a core in order to blow it up. A core that's going to end the world.
Copy that, pilot.
And now, as you launch, it's too late to change course. Stop. So at this moment, I thought I was wrong about it ending with BT dying by sacrificing himself. Clearly then, what's going to happen is Cooper and BT are going down together in a blaze of glory. I'm actually satisfied with this ending. So, I let my guard down when this happens.
Don't worry, BT. I'm not going anywhere.
Copy that, pilot. Protocol 3. Protect the pilot.
BT, what are you doing?
Trust me.
BT!
Cooper, we just lost BT signal. We're almost
Watching it sends chills down my spine all over. I was blindsided. I was slapped in the face. Despite predicting what was likely to happen, I was still surprised. Rarely, if ever, does that happen. Right there was when the campaign went from amazing to perhaps the best campaign game of 2016. The developers did an amazing job. I can't say that enough. Getting the player invested, seeing the relationship, making it look like cliche endings were happening, and then blindsiding the player with that, it brought on a lot of feels, so to speak.
Come on, pilot.
Titanfall 2 is one of the best FPS story campaigns I've played. As I mentioned in other videos, the story is one of the most important aspects of a game to me. I will overlook bad gameplay or bad graphics if the story was amazing. This game had it all. I thoroughly loved the story, and I really hope other FPS games look to Titanfall 2 as an example. Thanks for watching.